What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital Analysis, and welcome to this week's episode of our analysis channel. And in this video, we're going to be analyzing an interesting company that I have a long history with, and that company is called Hive Blockchain. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually tell my story about Hive Blockchain and everything that happened. When it comes to investing in Hive Blockchain, I've actually been an investor. I held quite a few shares, and I'm no longer an investor, but the company has become a pretty successful company. It's now NASDAQ listed, as we can see. And yeah, I want to tell the story, my personal story. Let's analyze Hive, take a look at the financials, take a look at the opportunity for Hive, and then that will be it for the video, guys. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you do like these videos, kindly leave a like along with a comment. Let me know which companies you would like me to analyze for the future, as I'm always looking for new and exciting companies, and I love to take viewer requests, and I want to grow this channel. As well as don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Every subscription means a lot to me, and let's get this channel to 1,000. So let's get straight into the video, guys. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually my history with Hive Blockchain. So the first thing I wanted to say was I invested in Hive Blockchain back in around, you could say, late 2017 to early 2018. And I discovered Hive, I believe it was the first time around $4. That's probably when I bought my first chunk of shares, around $4, and it was not the best time to be buying Hive because crypto had just there was all the hype in crypto, and then it started to pull back and Hive started to drop. So as a novice investor, I always heard average down, so I kept averaging down. And Hive actually went from around $4 to the point where I sold it just above $1. So to put it into perspective, at the time I was an English teacher living overseas in China, and I didn't have that much money, so I borrowed some money, got all my money together. I wanted to hit it big, win big, and make more money so I could continue to travel. I thought crypto was the way to go, so Hive Blockchain it was, and ended up losing about 60 to 70% of my money, I believe it was, and quite a bit of that was borrowed money, so not too great of an investment with Hive Blockchain. So I sold it around $1, wrote it off. Actually, that's what pushed me to move back to Canada and start Departures Capital. So that has worked out so far, because here we are right now. But basically what happened was crypto pulled back. They thought crypto was done. It was a crypto winter. Hive went down all the way to 9.5 cents, I believe it was, or even lower. I'm not too sure. I thought Hive was done. And then things started to heat up. 2019, 2020, Hive was 20 cents. Then Hive was 30, 40 cents. Then Hive was 50 cents. And then it really started to take off. And Hive hit highs of, it says here 657. Looking on the charts, it says 680. So we could be past a year's time. But I want to talk all about Hive now, because Hive is essentially a crypto miner, and the stock's trading for $2.56 here in Canada. Now let's take a quick look at Hive Blockchain, because it's traded on the NASDAQ under ticker symbol HIVE. So let's go to their website. I want to take a look, see what they're all up to. It's been a while since I've personally updated myself, as I kind of wanted to stay away from it because I know how much of a loss it was for me. But it's all about accepting your losses, right? So powering the future of blockchain computing. Hive Blockchain Technologies is the first publicly traded crypto miner listing on the Toronto Venture Exchange in 2017. So I guess that's what drew me to the company under ticker symbol Hive. The company uses 100% green energy to mine both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So with a committed ESG strategy since day one, Hive strives to create long-term shareholder value with its unique HODL strategy. Hold on for dear life, bridging the blockchain and cryptocurrency to traditional capital markets. So, the thing I liked about them was they were setting up facilities in colder climates and using green energy to mine crypto, which I think is really smart. So, let's talk a little bit about a few other things they've got here on their website. So, low-cost operator. Low working capital requirements, does not require immediate sale of mined coins, and allows Hive to strategically sell coins to maximize profit. Operation situated in cool and politically stable jurisdictions, Canada, Sweden, and Iceland. That's one thing that was also cool. And at the time, actually, I had just visited Iceland, or a year or two ago. So I was like, oh, this, sounds like a pretty interesting company. Now, so guys, the first thing I want to examine is this article. So Hive Blockchain reports quarterly revenues of 52.6 million. So the company mined 656 Bitcoin in the latest quarter. So Hive's revenue in the recent quarter reached 52.6 million, which is up 305% compared to the same period last year. Additionally, the company's net income saw a sharp rise of 549% year over year in the latest quarter. In the quarter ending September 30th, 2021, Hive mined 656 Bitcoin and more than 8,688 Ethereum. As far as Hive's crypto holdings are concerned, the company now has 1,116 Bitcoin, worth more than 48 million. Moreover, the company holds 25,154 Ethereum, total value of around 75 million. This is what I want to look at first, and that is their financial statements. US dollars. Let's compare March 31st to December 31st. So, in terms of their current assets, March 31st, they had 107. December 31st, they have 268 million. That huge bump so far looks like it's primarily due to digital currencies, investments of an increased by over 26. Investments increased by about 26 million. Cash increased by 23 million, and amounts receivable increased by just over a million. So total assets March 31st, 2021, 178 million. Now December 31st, 2020, 487 million. So, I mean, look at the Bitcoin and Ethereum charts. That kind of makes sense. Pretty self-explanatory. Crypto ran quite substantially, and the company became a lot more valuable. Now let's take a look at liabilities. Liabilities didn't really change too much. They increased by about 12 million over the quarter, which is nothing crazy to think about, and it's a term loan, 7.5 million. That's part of it, and also the current portion of the term loan. So yeah, when it comes to Hive's financial strength, cash increased, though. That's something I like to see. There's one thing to see a change in the value of digital currencies, because they're very volatile and they fluctuate all the time, but their cash also increased by 23 million. So that is nice to see. I mean, Hive has 63 million in cash as of December 31st, 2021. Now let's take a look at their income statement. So for the 9 months ending December 31st, 2020 to 2021, Hive saw a massive jump in net income from around 28 million to 137 million. And then the 3 months ended December 31st, 2020 to 2021, they saw their net income rise from 17 million to 64 million. So substantial increases both 9 months and 3 months. So you know what, guys, like those are pretty impressive numbers. So guys, the next thing I want to do is run through their Q3 fiscal 2022 results webcast. I couldn't find, this is the only presentation really that I could find, but I just want to get a better idea of what they do and take a look at a few things, because it's been a while since I've taken a look at Hive, and I kind of want to give my opinion on it, see what they're up to, because they've came a long way from the pennies back up into the dollars now. A lot of wealth was created. They're still $1 billion company, so it's pretty interesting. Standard deviation for 1 year as of December 31st, 2021. So the S&P 500, 1 day, 10 day, Bitcoin 12%, MicroStrategy 6 to 22%, and then Hive 7 to 27%. So it's volatile. It's very volatile. So it's some interesting information here. NTE.V, Hive's invested 3.4%, DeFi 3.4%, and Coin.neo 0.7%. So we've got 409 million shares outstanding. We know a lot about crypto miners with their profitability. It really comes down to energy prices, the facility, where they're located. Very, very important. 4 headline risks facing miners. We've known about regulation for a long time. Weather conditions, electricity, and supply line logistics. Hive's mining facilities are in stable jurisdictions with key elements for optimized mining. So here we go, guys. 30 megawatt capacity Bitcoin mining in Quebec, 50 megawatt capacity Bitcoin in New Brunswick. Then we've got 5 megawatt capacity Ethereum mining in Iceland, 17 megawatt capacity Ethereum mining in Sweden. So low cost fast internet, low temperature zone, low cost electricity and fast internet, low cost electricity, low temperature zone, and fast internet connection. So we can see Canada there is a low temperature zone, but some very ideal locations for mining. So let's take a look at some of their facilities. Now I'm sure these have progressed because this is a little bit outdated, but it's interesting to see their facilities. So what are the factors that move crypto stock prices? Future potential hashing power, current hashing power, daily coin price. So Hive has consistently grown revenues over the last 4 quarters. And then we know what's happened to Bitcoin. So when the commodity that they're mining has increased by so much that it makes sense the company is worth a lot more. So there's their Ethereum and their Bitcoin. 168.1 million. Pretty much half and half. So I do like how they did it half and half. So spring 2022, Hive has completed the following infrastructure using green and clean energy. So the biggest facility is going to be 75 megawatts in New Brunswick, 30 megawatts in Quebec, 40 in Sweden, and 10 in Iceland. Spring 2022, 155 megawatts. That's up quite substantially from when this presentation was created. Now, I'm not an expert when it comes to miners. I know hash rate is very important. That's something that I need to dive into a little bit deeper and learn more. So some comparisons. Revenue multiple of market cap. So Hive seems to be the lowest, with Mara being the highest. One thing I did say was, I heard when China was banning Bitcoin mining, I thought to myself, it might be an interesting time to take a look at some of those crypto miners, and they really shot up after that. So Ethereum mining profitability has actually pulled back quite substantially. Now let's take a look at their balance sheet. So 63.7 million in cash on hand. We just talked about that. 26 in investments, almost 270 million in total current assets, 168 million in cryptocurrencies or currencies, total current liabilities of just 15 million. Gross mining margin, 61.6 million. Basic income per share, 17 cents for 3 months ending December 31st, 2021. So that's more than doubled. It's just crazy how Hive has emerged as such a dominant player in the mining space, and they've seen such tremendous growth. So Hive does have a YouTube channel, and I'm going to assume at this point they've got quite a social media following. So let's just go back to the chart and simply talk about the company and what I think going forward. So it's amazing to see Hive. You know, there was a lot of hype. They raised a lot of money. They had a plan. And then crypto sank and investors essentially bailed out, gave up, thought that was it. And then they emerged from the ashes all the way down to 9.5 cents, all the way up to highs of what looks like $6.80, but it probably... Let's take a closer look at this chart, actually. See if we can pinpoint how high it actually went. My apologies, guys. Maybe it was in fact only... Oh, this is on US dollars. Yes, there we go. Let's take a look and see how high it actually went. Yeah, by the looks of it, it might have gone over 7 on that one green candle. So, but like a rough time for investors. Whoever held on though, I'm sure you're not complaining. Or whoever bought Hive at like 9 or 10 cents, even 20 cents, I'm sure you're not complaining. To be honest, right now, Hive looks like a pretty good deal. I don't know if I'm ready to buy it again. You guys know what I like. WonderFi, one of my biggest investments, is my biggest investment. Mobilum Technologies. I'm hoping that Mobilum Technologies is like where Hive is right here, because Mobilum's at like 11 cents and Hive was at 10. So this goes to show anything's possible. What do I think about Hive going forward? You know, it looks like Hive, well, can't lie about the results. Tremendous results. I think there's a bright future for cryptocurrencies, and companies like Hive are going to be essential in this business. We'll see where Hive goes because they're starting to make strategic investments. Just a couple, but they've made some pretty big strategic investments in some already successful companies. And Hive's going to continue to increase their megawatts and increase the amount of crypto that they mine as the price climbs. If the price of crypto continues to climb, the price of Hive should continue to climb, especially if we get a continued bull market. But I'm excited to see what's next for the company and learn a little bit more about their strategy. What do they want to do? Do they want to invest more? Long story short, Hive has proven itself so far. We'll see what happens for crypto. We'll see what happens for the company as they continue to increase production. Well, production being increase the amount of cryptocurrencies that they're mining. And Hive could be a double-digit stock at some point. I mean, it's already trading for 256 at the time of recording. And I think it does track the cryptos pretty well because that is the underlying asset that they mine. However, miners tend to be a leverage play on the actual price of the underlying commodity. So if they start to run, we could see Hive push a lot higher. So anyways, guys, I'm bullish on crypto. It's amazing to see what Hive's done. Congratulations to the company. And maybe I'll be a shareholder again one day. But as of now, I'm not. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot. That's my opinion. And we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see you in our next video. If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.